Hi, and welcome to Quatrini Law Group Legal Tip Tuesday. I'm attorney Tereasa Rerko. April is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month, and so today I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce you to Shara Savakis, who is the Executive Director of the Westmoreland County Children's Bureau. I wanted to highlight a few things about her background for you. You can find her full bio on the website. She's been the Executive Director of Westmoreland County Children's Bureau since December 31st, 2007. And over the past 30 years, her entire professional career has been devoted to child welfare, serving in various capacities in both the public and the private sector. She's participated in multiple committees at the federal, state, and local level, and she aspires to strive for excellence in providing quality care and services to protect children and strengthen and preserve their families. So this morning I have a few questions for Sharon. She's going to share some information with us about the Children's Bureau. So Sharon, what can you tell us about the Children's Bureau?
Westmoreland County Children's Bureau is a child protective services agency. We are state licensed, county operated. We're required to comply with federal, state laws and regulations. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we're fully funded by federal, state, and county dollars. Our agency mission is to protect children from abuse and neglect, preserve and strengthen families, and to assure each child under our care and supervision has a permanent home in which to grow. Our vision is to consistently improve our outcomes of child safety, permanency, and well-being by providing quality care services that are evidence-based and provided in an ethically and competent manner. You can report abuse two different ways. You can contact the Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-932-0313, or you can report electronically through Compass. Our agency reports are actually two different types of reports that we receive. We have CPS reports. CPS stands for Child Protective Services, and those are child abuse investigations. And we have GPS reports. GPS is for General Protective Services, and those encompass general neglect allegations. Once our agency receives a report, caseworkers have up to 60 days to complete a thorough assessment and investigate and see if it meets the legal threshold of abuse or neglect as defined under the Child Protective Services law. Once that determination is made, we open the Family First Services and we develop a comprehensive family service plan. We really focus on the parents' strengths, the family strengths, and look at any goals or objectives that we need to work on to really alleviate what necessitated our agency's involvement. It is important for our agency to always assure child safety. The legal threshold in determining if a child is unsafe is SUVI. And what SUVI acronym stands for is serious, observable, out of control, vulnerable child, and imminent harm. So if we make that determination that SUVI does exist and the child is unsafe, we first try to develop a safety plan with the family. And another alternative we may have to do is petition the court for emergency custody. If we need to find a temporary placement for a child, we're always looking first and foremost for relatives or kinship. And kinship is defined as anybody that has a significant relationship with the child or the parent. Once we find that alternative placement, we work diligently to try to provide services and support to expedite reunification as soon and safely as possible. If we exhaust all reasonable efforts to reunify and we are not successful, the other permanent planned options that our agency has is adoption, permanent legal custodianship, and also another permanent planned arrangement.
Okay, it's a lot of really good information, and I'm hopeful that sharing it will help to educate the public and those who may need to know that. So tell us, why is April significant to the Children's Bureau?
April has been noted nationally as Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. So they actually have two symbols to resemble that advocacy. One is the blue ribbon, in which I'm wearing both pins today. The blue ribbon really is there to resemble and put emphasis on child abuse protection and prevention, and really ask individuals to take a stand and to speak up if they do see or suspect abuse and neglect. And then the pinwheel stands for playfulness, childhood, and joy. And it's a reminder to all of us that every single child deserves to grow up in a good environment that is supportive, loving, and stable.
Are there any events planned this month in recognition of Child Abuse and Protection Month?
Yes, in partnership with CASA, our agency and CASA actually developed at the courthouse a door decorating contest. So we really elicited the involvement of all courthouse departments to really raise awareness of child abuse and prevention. We also decorated the skywalk with blue ribbons and also blue flags. And each blue flag that is in the breezeway actually represents a substantiated child abuse that occurred last year. We also received a proclamation from the Board of Commissioners. They recognized April as National Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month, and they also recognized the hard work and dedication of our employees who work year-round towards child protection and prevention.
Okay, lots of good things going on. What kind of statistics can you share about all of this with us?
Last year in 2022, we actually received and investigated 1,169 child abuse referrals. We also received a total of 6,759 referrals that include those child abuse investigations as well as referrals for general neglect. Last year, we were plagued with the highest number of child fatality and near fatalities with a total of 10. We had 8 near fatalities and 2 child fatalities. Unfortunately, this trend is not unique to Westmoreland County. Statewide and nationwide, we saw a significant increase in the severity of abuse ever since the pandemic. In order to prevent future abuse, our agency actually partnered with Children's Hospital in a program called Project Magico. Magico stands for Medical Assessment Guidelines in Improving Children Outcomes. So we will actually have a nurse on site at the agency that will work in close partnership with Dr. Rachel Berger. And the project intent is really to look at those high-risk children and have that medical assessment and medical intervention timely to prevent future abuse. We also have seen an increase in child ingestions. So we are actually purchasing lock boxes for family members so that they can lock their medication and drugs so that we can prevent future ingestions.
So how can others get involved with or help the Children's Bureau? Anything you can share with us about that?
The community can play a huge role in child protection and prevention. It really does take a village. I would ask you to reach out to your neighbor, reach out to a family member. If you see that they're struggling and they're stressed out and overwhelmed, offer your assistance. You can also refer to 211 and receive the support and services you need. Or you can make a report and have a professional do a thorough assessment and provide the right treatment and right services to support the family. You can also apply to work at the Children's Bureau and make a difference, or apply for any human services field, as there's a huge shortage in the human services field. Additionally, we also are in great need of foster homes. We have a county-operated foster care program. So we have several children and teenagers waiting for homes. So if you have it in your heart to open your home, please consider fostering.
And if someone, for example, wanted to get involved as a foster family, foster parent, how would they go about doing that?
They can contact our agency directly at 724-830-3301 and speak to one of our foster care social workers, and they can give them information. We also post on our agency website informational sessions. So we do have informational sessions that can be accessed remotely that gives an overview of what entails in becoming a foster parent.
So that might be a good place for them to start to see if it's something they really are able and willing to do.
Yes, that would be a great place to start.
Great. And you mentioned that link. I know that you have shared with us, and we will post on the website some other links for information. Maybe you can just summarize for us what those links are about.
Yes, the links that we will have shown on display would be contacting 211. That has the list of all human services and supports available in our community. It also has links to Westmoreland County Children's Bureau website, also our advisory board, Westmoreland Children First website, as well as Department of Human Services, the state website, Keep Kids Safe, as well as the federal government website that has resources and a parent hand guide.
I thank you so much for your time today. This has been a lot of really good information for us to share, and hopefully this will be a year that things turn around for all the children in our community. This has been your Legal Tip Tuesday. I thank you so much, Sheriff, for sharing your information with us. It's been very informative, and hopefully those who are watching will find it to be informative and helpful as well. You can find our Legal Tip Tuesdays on our website and also on our mobile app. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. It's been an absolute pleasure. I also would like to thank the Quatrinis as well as Quatrini Law Group for their longstanding donations as well as support for the children in Westmoreland County.